This is my friend Sal, and at his heaviest, he was 725 pounds. In the last 6 months, he has lost 143 pounds.
Sal's journey isn't just about numbers on a scale. It's about reclaiming his life one choice at a time. Today, I spent the day walking in his shoes to better understand the habits, the struggles, and the drive behind this transformation.
And later in this video, I'm going to be making him a gourmet meal plan to make his journey that much easier.
I almost died 2 years ago in diabetic ketoacidosis, and then 10 days later, I had heart failure. I was doing really well for like 2 or 3 months. Then I lost my job in August of 2023 and I spiraled. My mom was like, hey, I need you to come home. And she was like, I need you just to get your life together. You know, whatever that looks like, therapy, whatever. She was very worried that I was going to die. I was playing chess one night in September and my heart flutters, right? My heart, you know, I could tell that something was wrong. And so I drove myself to the local ER room. They put me on an EKG machine. They take my pulse. My pulse is 170. EKG is erratic as hell. They said, hey, we got to transport you to the hospital, the big hospital. You have all seen the movies. They go 1, 2, 3, clear, right? When they try to bring someone back to life. They try to re-shock your heart into rhythm. They shocked my heart and it failed. So cardioversion failed twice. My heart is not working properly and things are spiraling pretty fast. When I left the hospital, my cousin said to me, I need you not to die. I was like, yeah, that's probably, I don't want to die either. Like I don't want to have you all bury me either. So I was like, I'll start this process. And then she's like, well, you should post it. And I was like, I don't know about that. And she called me a task on it. And here I am now.
Do you get negative response? And how do you deal with that negative response?
The first ever negative comment I got almost had me quit the whole journey. This is ridiculous. I can't do this anymore. I was in my own head. And my team had to really like pour into me a lot for me to like recover from that. And now I can handle it. I can deal with it, whatever. My mom has supported me this entire journey, basically. She was the one that was funding the entire, like, all of the food and the weight loss and she's paying my car note, like, everything. She said that I would rather go bankrupt than to see you die.
All of us are indebted to our mothers. I'm cheering you on, man. But I'm excited. Let's go work.
Let's go swim.
Yeah, let's go swim.
So to start off the day, Sal's workouts, from my understanding, is you swim.
We swim always.
How long do you swim?
We'll just swim 30 minutes.
Okay.
Easy day.
Okay, I'll try to survive.
Is there a distance that you like to go to?
Continuous swims, I forget how many laps I'm doing. I was like, we'll just swim. We just gonna vibe.
We're just gonna, I love that.
My first time ever swimming, every lifeguard in the entire pool surrounded my entire lane because I was so bad, they thought I was gonna drown.
Oh my God.
And like, it was awful. I've gone from basically doing nothing, or like maybe a length, to now doing,
50 minutes.
something like that, yeah.
So my last name is Al-Dahabi, which is the golden in Arabic. And because when we were growing up, I used to love the pool. My uncle used to call me Goldfish. But I don't know if he was calling me stupid or...
I haven't dove off a diving board since I was like maybe 14, but I've been summoned.
No, you're gonna
try.
lock in. He's locked in. You feel fine now?
Yeah.
Sal scratched his leg on the diving board. Now I feel like an asshole. And I was convincing him to do it because I wanted him to do it. Just like he said, he hasn't done it in a while. But I'm proud of him, dude. Just every time you do something different, you put your body in, out of its comfort zone. I'm not gonna speak for him again. Let him do his thing. But
Now that the swim session's done, we got in the car and started heading to my place. And that's when I asked Sal the question I've been wondering all day. What's fueling his fight?
So the motivation is kind of wore off, right? The motivation was the beginning, was the early part. But now it's learning discipline. Well, at 700 plus pounds, you don't have, discipline was not part of my life, right? I did whatever I wanted. Like impulse was my North Star, and discipline was not even close to my radar. And so like, now I'm learning discipline, and that has been difficult. Even the trip up here, right? Like yesterday I brought my own food up, right? And I had potatoes and chicken. Tomorrow I'm gonna be here a day and I'm gonna have potatoes and chicken, right? Like I'm trying to have some discipline in that moment. I don't have the discipline to like be able to navigate without having those parameters and rigidity, but I still need a bit of experience life. I need to be able to go out with friends. I need to be able to do things like this. This past couple weekend, I had a bachelor party from one of my childhood friends. I want to be able to go to those things, and still experience life, but just like do it in my own way, right?
It's a lifestyle change, and a lot of people don't realize that. I really can't wait till like just kind of navigate you through the kitchen because that's like my expertise.
As my cousin was like, would you ever do one of those TLC shows? They seem exploitative. I could just make that myself on social media if it happens to do something. I'd rather just do it myself. And then she was like, well, if you say that, like actually do it. And so it took me a few weeks. I left the hospital. I had to get cleared medically to work out and stuff. And then eventually, that's when that first post came out a couple weeks after I got out of the hospital. And I just like, hi, I'm Sal. And from there, it was like,
History.
To be honest, I really appreciated how Sal opened up to me about his story. But after all that deep talk, it's time for something a little bit lighter. Let's go have some lunch.
Sal told me that his favorite takeout was Indian takeout.
Yeah.
So today we kind of have an Indian inspired menu. Right now I'm gonna show you how to make eggs. We're gonna dress them up. So they're gonna be really high protein, lower in calorie.
Okay.
But they're gonna hopefully be better than
my eggs. What's wrong with my eggs?
no.
What's wrong with the egg?
But that's the only thing that I saw that you were eating that actually looked good. Okay? But the chicken was, I was dying on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm making you an Indian inspired egg dish called burji. So we're gonna do light spray of oil. This is how we build flavor.
Okay.
Free flavor, essentially, is what I like to call it. So we're gonna start off with the onions, and we're just gonna let this go for a couple minutes. We are gonna be a little bit patient. Once the onions cook, we're gonna work on the other ingredients, but we got some onions rolling, again, 5-6 minutes, just get them nice and soft, and then we're gonna start building this beautiful egg dish. To get just a little bit of Indian flavors, we're gonna start with a little bit of turmeric, and then I got some garam masala. Garam masala is a nice just mix of spices. Then we're gonna do a little bit of coriander, cardamom, just a tiny bit. I'm just gonna do a little bit of cumin seed, just a little bit.
Cool.
Oh, you got a little chef in you.
I grew up in a kitchen.
I can't eat egg whites by themselves.
Yeah.
So I like to dress them up with some good like eggs, and I like to buy high quality eggs.
Yeah.
You have the luxury too, that's great.
Yeah.
And you just dilute it with the egg whites so you get the protein as well. So we're doing 3 eggs a person. We're mixing it in with the egg whites, and then we're gonna add that later. So I'm just cracking them in.
How's your one hand crack?
My one hand crack's good.
Good.
Yeah, we can do.
Okay, chef.
Now just to give it a little bit more body, peppers.
Cool.
Remember I told you I like to focus a little bit on the micronutrients as well. When I'm trying to eat cleaner, a big part of it is me being lazy.
Okay.
I don't feel like cutting a garlic.
Same.
So I'm gonna squeeze them in, just a tiny bit. The key to healthy cooking, and this is like what I want to tell you, is moisture.
Moisture.
If you're eating chicken breast, it's gonna be dry.
Yeah.
Usually. Even if it's moist chicken breast at your 10th ounce, you're like, this is hard to take down.
Yeah.
But if we got some moisture in, and that's why we're going with the tomatoes.
Okay.
So this is kind of like the Indian shakshuka, if you're familiar.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking that in my head. I was like, it was reminding me of shakshuka.
And actually, I'm gonna add the tomatoes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water or broth, just to get everything familiarized. Yeah. Free flavor.
Yeah.
Veggie broth.
Cool.
This is a fat-free one, if that means anything, but it's 5 calories for a whole cup.
Okay, cool.
You know, just gonna add just a little bit. Again, it has a little bit of, umami. We're gonna do a little bit of salt. So yeah, if you put this in tins, and you put the egg mixture and you kind of bake them, that's another way to.
Oh, sweet! Like kind of egg bites with that.
100%. So I'm just gonna lower the heat right now.
Cool.
Just gonna add it into that beautiful base. Right now, I don't like to scorch the egg.
Okay.
You can burn eggs. So I'm just letting it slowly. You see the light bubbles, and you could just kind of scramble it. So it's like an omelet. It's very simple. This entire tray is actually 600 calories.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 311 for each person, and it's gonna be 27 grams of protein.
Wow.
If you wanted a little bit more protein,
more egg whites.
More egg whites. So.
All right, time to eat, dog. Let's hurry up. Let's go.
Okay, Sal. First meal, egg burji. Let's just call it scrambled eggs.
Fine.
Okay. Flavored scrambled eggs. You gotta hit me with the bismillah though.
So namasmillah.
No bismillah.
Namasmillah.
There you go. What do you think?
Good.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Lots of flavor.
Like adding the onions and tomatoes and stuff was like really good.
And those spices come through, but not too strong.
But they're there.
Yeah.
And they're not much salt, right? We didn't add a lot of salt to it.
No.
Now that we've finished our light lunch, it's time to lock in at the gym.
Big shout out to Transcend for letting us use their gym. They have some beautiful Pinata equipment, and me and Sal are about to hit the best workout. Let's try to lock in. Go, baby. Or how long between each set do you usually try?
It depends. I don't track.
Okay. You just go based on vibes, but you just push yourself.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, the guys push me really. Accountability is so huge. And like I would be nowhere without the guys. I've lost the weight, but really they lost the weight because they don't let me fuck up. They don't let me like take a rest. I get roasted, like miss a day or whatever. But I need that, right? They see the good, bad, and ugly. Without them, I'm nothing.
And that's brotherhood right there.
Yeah,
You carry each other to greatness. You're making that look light, bro. She's
I don't want to get all lifted because I'm a competitor. Like I want to compete at all things.
Absolutely. I respect it.
When Simon was here, Simon washed me. I was so angry. I was like, how the fuck did he? I was thinking about it all night. Couldn't sleep at night. I was so hurt. In the gym, there's no pain.
Yeah, no pain, no gain.
Keep going. Yep. Nope, more. More. Come on.
Sal, that was a great workout. I got a great pump.
Eat some food.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be stepping into my territory.
So now we're back in the kitchen. Sal told me that his favorite takeout was Indian, and butter chicken, I'm assuming, is one of your favorite foods.
For sure.
So I'm really excited about this dish.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna try to get you there with the flavors.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna cut the calories by 40, 50, even 60%. Low-fat Greek yogurt, just gonna add a little bit of creaminess and a little bit of tang. I got this butter chicken masala. This is from a fellow foodie.
Okay.
Her name is Fadwa.
Okay.
But smell that.
Wow.
That takes you back.
It takes me back right there.
Right?
Right there.
It takes this dish to the next level, just like that. And then I get generous, real generous. Seasoning is free flavor. That's the hack. So the next ingredient, again, I really hate chopping up fresh garlic.
Same.
I don't know why. It just does not sit
It's
well.
finicky.
So a little bit of fresh garlic, and again, pretty low in calories.
Yeah.
Serving is like 10 calories. And then we're gonna do some fresh ginger, just like that. And then last but not least, we're gonna do just a little bit of tomato paste, just a little bit. And again, all of these are very strong in flavor, so they're gonna go such a long way. Over here is gonna be 20 ounces of chicken breast for each one of us.
Cool.
So there's 40 ounces of chicken breast in there.
Cool.
And we basically added like 50 calories to just
elevate it.
And then we need a hefty pinch of salt because the masala we used didn't have salt.
No salt.
So I'm gonna add the salt, and then very simply, I'm just gonna get in there with my hand. Just look how beautiful that is. We already sprayed a little oil in here. I'm just gonna do, again, just a kiss.
Cool.
And this is for like 2.5 pounds of chicken,
Yeah.
you know, so it's very minimal. And like we were talking earlier off camera, sorry, I don't like to like patronize any ingredient, but you gotta watch the fats.
Gotta watch the fats.
And oil is, you can easily add 200-300 calories more of oil.
9 calories per gram is wild.
And I would rather eat chicken breast or something that's gonna fill me up.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the game. There's nothing wrong with oil though, but a little bit of avocado oil. You wanna hear a sizzle, and you don't want to overcrowd the pan. Just gonna, literally, all you gotta do is cook them through. Now we're 3/4 of the way. The chicken on the inside is still raw.
Cool.
But we're gonna let it cook
So
in the gravy.
I can't grab a piece and have it?
I wouldn't suggest that yet. You'll get salmonella. But again, we don't want overcooked chicken breast.
For sure.
So that's the key. So we're gonna turn on the heat. I'm gonna add the onion. Super simple. Get it. It doesn't have to sizzle. You're gonna hear a light sizzle, but this is just a rough chop onion. You know why? We're gonna blend it.
Blend it.
So it doesn't, just anything to cook the onion fast. We're gonna saute this for a couple minutes.
Cool.
It's been a few minutes, and we're gonna go in with more garlic, but we're gonna get a little bit generous here. And we're gonna do some ginger. This is the basic building blocks of Indian cuisine.
Okay.
Ginger, garlic, onions, tomatoes. And then we're gonna do a little bit of tomato paste. Now, when you're adding tomato paste to something, you really wanna cook out the raw flavor.
Okay.
So we're gonna give this a couple of minutes. I'm on a medium-high heat right now, so you don't want anything scorching.
Cool.
Okay, we're gonna swish this around. What we're gonna do here is masala. So we're gonna get generous, and you don't want to burn the spices, but again, this is gonna be the base to a really nice, flavorful broth. A hack is using fire roasted tomatoes. Let's add the tomato sauce, and it's gonna splash. And then we're just gonna mix it in. Every step, I like to add a little salt.
Okay.
You gotta season as you go.
Season as you go. Do we add like any yogurt to this base or no?
Not yet. So I'm gonna actually do the half and half. Half and half is half milk and half cream. So we're still gonna get that cream flavor, which I think is essential.
For sure.
Some people like to mix in the zero fat yogurt.
Yeah. Not good.
You're losing me.
Okay.
We grew up on too much flavor to eat the bullshit, you know? I'm just gonna add a little bit of veggie broth just to give it a little bit more body, and it's gonna help the blender.
Cool.
Just a little bit. But you don't wanna water it down. You could do this in a regular blender. Tilt the pan, make sure that the hand blender is fully submerged.
Yeah.
And we blend. So yeah, organic milk, organic cream.
Cool.
That's it. It's a little bit looser, but it's gonna thin it out perfectly. Like this recipe, it's 990 calories with the cauliflower rice.
Yeah.
But 137 grams of protein. Now that the gravy is looking nice and delicious, I'm gonna go in with the chicken and the juices.
Cool.
Because that has a lot of flavor. And we're just gonna cook this for like 10-15 minutes just to cook through the chicken and let it absorb all that beautiful flavor.
Cool.
My friend, we just went through the butter chicken. I'm really excited for you to try this.
Yeah.
And also, again, just to note, this is actually half the serving.
Okay.
So there's a full serving of the cauliflower rice, but it's half the serving of the actual butter chicken. So you could get, this is around 500 calories.
Yeah. So I can get a whole other section of this.
You can get a whole nother section of this, and then we're gonna still fit within our macros.
Bismillah. Wow. Back to 11 p.m. Getting the DoorDash.
It's
But
fire?
now it's within the macros. Now it's within the macros.
No, but I'm so happy you actually enjoyed it.
Bro,
I mean, I'm you know me, I'm a foodie. When people try your food,
It's very exciting
We've
to
been
get.
here for 3 minutes. I devoured the whole thing.
Last but not least is we're gonna make a mango lassi.
Yeah.
But this one's gonna have 40 grams of protein.
Okay, wow.
And it's not gonna be the same, but it's gonna hit the spot. I actually like to use canned
mangoes?
because the flavor of the mango is a lot more preserved and it's a lot more concentrated. We're gonna go in with our mangoes.
Okay.
Then we're gonna do 1 spoonful of vanilla yogurt just to give it a little bit of creaminess and tartness. Any vanilla, what's it called? Protein powder, yep. So we got 2 scoops. Each person gets a scoop of vanilla protein powder. Last but not least, just to get the blade running, we're gonna do some milk. So we're gonna go in with our milk. And then just to finish off and give it a nice, unique, desi touches, we're gonna do a little bit of cardamom, just a little bit.
Okay.
Pour it into our beautiful cup like this. Like, be honest with me, be honest with me.
Yeah, fire. Appreciate
My
it.
man, appreciate you.
It was good.
And you're killing it.
Thank you.
You're crushing it. It's an honor to work with you. It's an honor to be a part of your journey, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Final form is gonna be dangerous.